Hey everybody, I'm Jack, and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Hope everybody's doing well out there. You excited for the weekend? Did you have a good Friday to finish up the week? I'm pretty ready for this weekend. We're going to have a big temperature drop tonight, going down into the 40s. We're going to have 40s for a few nights, and then next week we're going to get close to freezing. So got to pull out the quilts. It's going to be good sleeping weather here soon. Today I want to talk about my 3 favorite things on a raw food diet. Guys, I do videos every day, so if you haven't already done it, go down there right now and hit that subscribe button. Then be sure you click on the little bell and check send notifications so you'll stay subscribed to the channel. Food has just been great since I came to this raw food diet. I don't know, I just can't say enough about it. I thoroughly love everything I eat every day. I enjoy my food so much more than I did at any point in my life. And the kicker on top of that, did you hear what I just said? I enjoy food right now more than I've ever enjoyed food in my life. And it's good for me. And I'm not spending a ton of money like I did in my former lifestyle when I go out drinking, go to restaurants and whatever. So yeah, it was kind of hard to narrow it down to 3, but I think I pulled out the 3 best ones. My absolute favorite part about this lifestyle is the simplicity. The simplicity. Now, I do it simpler than most folks, and before I get too far into this, always remember about my channel, I even second guess myself. I'm never telling anybody, this is the way everybody should be eating. You should eat like me. You should follow me. Because I even question myself sometimes, like, okay, Jack, are you getting enough variety? And then I'm just kind of like, well, if I was eating the standard American diet, I'd be probably driving through the drive-thru. But that's not really a good comparison because I do want to do this raw food diet in as healthy a manner as possible. But I just absolutely love the food, and I love that simplicity that most, at any given time, and it's kind of the whole lifestyle, not just the food, but the way I operate now with bananas around the house. Usually there's other fruit around the house most of the year. There's good stuff around the house. There's no thinking. Like if I get hungry right now, and I really don't plan very much. Sometimes in the morning or sometimes the day before, I'll think like, man, I'd really like to eat this. I haven't had this in a while. And I will plan out a meal, but pretty much everything I do eat is very spontaneous. It's just like, okay, I'm hungry. I walk in the kitchen. Very limited in what I'm eating right now. A lot of times it's like, okay, you're going to make some ice cream or you're going to have a smoothie? An ice cream or a smoothie? I'll probably make something this weekend with this weather coming in, do something a little special. But that's great, because I always know that I'm going to be fed as long as I have bananas around the house. And God forbid it should ever happen, but after 6.5 years, I'm not tired of bananas. So that simplicity, just being able to just eat one food. And also the mentality, like with mono meals and just eating a food. There's not always this, okay, what are you going to eat for dinner? And what's the vegetable? What's this? What's that? You were thinking about side dishes and this or that. No, I don't have to think about that anymore. I just, eat it as it is. The recipes even that I use, everything, when I talk about simplicity, yeah, the food's simple, the preparation is simple, the cleanup is simple. I gravitate really towards the more simple recipes and not so much the complicated stuff, which is one reason I like Melissa Raimondi's book so much, Raw Food Romance, is because her recipes are really good and they're very easy to follow. Not a lot of, ingredients that you're thinking, oh, can I find that here or can I find that there? But yeah, the recipes are simple. Everything about this lifestyle is simple. Simple, simple, simple. I can't even remember. I've lost track. Oh yeah, just a couple of weeks ago. I've gotten a lot more into mono meals this year. Not that I didn't do mono meals before, but I got a lot into that this summer. And just the simplicity of just being able to eat one food. You would have never thought about that in the past, to sit down and mono meal a single meal. So just simplicity in every aspect. The second one, which I was kind of deciding, okay, is this number 1 or is this number 2, is being able to eat unlimited food. Now stop before somebody tells me, somebody's going to jump in, well, you can't, calories still, yeah, calories still count. What I'm saying is, is if I'm eating clean, okay, now I'm taking away, you know, if you're adding a lot of fatty stuff in there, if you're adding a lot of nut butters, a lot of nuts, a lot of fat in your diet. Now somebody's going to think after hearing that, that's absurd that you can eat unlimited amounts. There's still rules that go. If you eat unlimited amounts, you're going to eat too much. You're going to be too heavy. Not with the clean eating. And that's why I prefer to eat clean and I don't eat as much fat. It's not so much that I'm like uber restrictive on fat. It's just like I'd rather eat a lot of food than eat a smaller amount of food that have a lot more calories in it. So, I mean, yeah, this is you know, even losing weight. I can lose weight on this lifestyle without restricting myself. Because I don't know, my body just requires so much of this good fruit and greens and all that good stuff to stay going. But no, seriously, I don't eat that many calories. I just eat a lot during the day. I mean, I shoot for 3,000 calories, but I doubt I hit it every day. I probably, if I had to guesstimate an average, I probably am closer to the 2,700 mark or whatever. But I'm never hungry. Never hungry, never. And if I am hungry, I never sit around like I used to back in the day. Can you relate to this? You're hungry or you're on a diet and you're like, I shouldn't eat after such and such a time. And you're trying to summon that willpower and you fall and this and that. Now, I don't care. If I want an ice cream after dinner at night, I'll have it. If I want something, you know, anytime I want anything that I want, I will have it. Because as I talked about in that video on cravings, my body doesn't ask me for crazy radical stuff. So if it's you know, if maybe I'm normally done for the day and I've had my calories, wants an ice cream after dinner, if I haven't already had it for dinner, I'll have it. Because, you know, that's not going to happen all the time that I'm eating, you know, that much. So bottom line is, yeah, this is a great thing to be able to eat everything you want with no guilt. No guilt. Simplicity. All of this stuff is freeing the mind too, because when I'm talking about the simplicity, you're not constantly thinking about what am I going to prepare? Do I have the ingredients for this? Do I have enough of this? And you're not doing that thing that we all used to do, that guilt thing. Are you? I'll tell you, if you're doing this lifestyle like me, I have zero guilt. I never have any guilt because everything I have around the house, there's better choices, but even when I do something like I consider splurging or having a cheat meal, it's not anywhere close to what most people would think of splurging or having a cheat meal. So that would be number 2. And number 3 is almost a tie, I would have to say. This is just the fun part. My third favorite thing about a raw food diet is either the nice cream or the smoothies. And I've had both this morning so far. I mean, honestly, one day I got to figure that I'm going to get tired of these same things, but it hasn't happened yet. Today, like I say, I've already had an ice cream and a big green smoothie today, and I love it every single time. I mean, it's almost like having it for the first time with the nice cream. Every time I sit down to it, it's just like, wow, I can eat all this I want. You know, I don't have to think like, okay. Did you ever do that with the Haagen-Dazs or any of the other stuff? You're sitting there with your spoon bargaining with okay, well, I'm only going to eat a quarter. Okay, well, I'll eat a half. I'll do this tomorrow, and before you know it's gone. With this, I make as much as I want to. If I want seconds on my nice cream, I make it because I just love nice cream. It's easy. It fills you up. And to be quite honest, there are some things that I do acknowledge, like, yeah, that used to taste better on the standard American diet, even though it's not bad for you. Nice cream, I don't see why the whole world doesn't just eat nice cream, because to me, there's no difference. There's no difference. It's just as sweet as can be if you're using ripe bananas. So, and I've got multiple flavors. I mix it up. Blueberries, pumpkin spice, cinnamon, spirulina nice cream, chocolate nice cream, chocolate chip nice cream. So it's infinite. You'll never get tired of nice cream. Or smoothies. My big green smoothie to most people wouldn't seem the most appealing, appetizing smoothie in the world, but I absolutely love it. I love it. In fact, there's a lot of days where I do it twice a day. And it's very similar. I just rotate my greens, and I've mentioned this to you before. I bang in there about 9 or 10 bananas. I cram as much greens in there. I switch between kale and spinach. And I put a tablespoon of spirulina in there, and I put a little bit of cacao in there for flavor, and I absolutely love that. I use very little water. I like to make it nice and thick. It sticks with me, and one of those will stay with me for a while. And like I say, if I show it to people that don't do this lifestyle, they're like, oh, okay, well, he can take, he does some of these strange things in the name of health, or like the mentality of, I'm drinking something because it's good for me. That green sludge can't possibly taste good, though. Oh, yes, it does. My 2 favorite things, banana and ice cream and smoothies. Now, to finish this up, like I say, your mileage may vary. Old Jack may not have enough variety in his diet. That is something I need to work on. So I'm not telling you to eat exactly like I do. Take what you can from me that helps you, use it, make it your own, and then you don't have to agree with everything I say. Anybody that does agree with everything I say, I'd be a little worried about. Anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed this one today. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up. Hope you have a great weekend. Have some fun. Doing whatever you're doing. Spend some time with family, friends. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Peace.